you're one of
El
the
Maestro Speaks
people who is
podcast.
fostering the autonomy of Cordillera.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have to admit that I am an advocate.
Yeah.
Talagang avid advocate of the autonomy of the Cordilleras.
What is the reason why it's very difficult to attain that?
Well, first, the understanding of the people of the Cordilleras.
Mm.
Yun yung talagang mahirap. That's why it takes time to explain. Second, the cohesiveness and determination of lawmakers of the Cordilleras to sponsor it in Congress. Tutukan nila.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, during my time, while I admit I am an avid supporter of
Mm.
autonomy of the Cordilleras, mababa pa ang understanding ng people of the Cordilleras. Kasi yung survey at that time, talagang wala. You know, okay, to a little bit give background on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Of course, so that we will also understand
Mm.
why only the Cordilleras in Muslim Mindanao under Section 15 of Article 10 of the 1987 Constitution had been placed to be given the opportunity to become
Mm.
autonomous region. Let us start from that so that those who can understand I hope you will remember it.
Yeah.
Bakit? Kaya, ganun. Yes, number one, kasi these two regions limited by the national government had been neglected from
Since time immemorial.
development and attention in the long period of years.
Yeah.
Cordillera, Mountain Province, there was only one province here at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Represented by only, of course, if it is one representative, funding equivalent to one.
Yeah.
So talagang we were neglected.
Mm.
And similar naman yung ating customs and tradition.
Yes.
So that's the number one reason why when Korea, and this is something that we have to thank Apo Cory, because when she constituted the members of the Constitutional Commission to frame the 1987 Constitution, it was inserted there.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I said, Article 10, Section 15, giving the opportunities in the Cordilleras in Muslim Mindanao to become autonomous. Now, as I said, nung nasimulan yan, the first was, of course, done by the Cordillera Regional Assembly.
Mm.
There were many of them were appointed by President Cory. Unfortunately, the draft that had been done by the Cordillera Regional Assembly had been halos 75 or even 80% changed by Congress when it went to Congress. There are a lot of provisions there that even me, I do not agree. But not Congress to, So lesson learned. Dapat magsimula dito ang crafting of the autonomy law. So that from the grassroots, alam nila what are the provisions. And this is the reason why. When the first autonomy law was passed by Congress, signed by the President, when it was submitted to ask for ratification in 1990, only the province of Apayao ratified it. All the local government units of the Cordilleras rejected it. And then, Here comes 1997. I was then appointed as the co-chairman to draft the
Yeah.
autonomy law of the Cordilleras. My companion din at that time was regional director of local government, Iverdina Doctor.
Mm.
So we crafted it. We tried to come up what we think is the best for us. And ito ang aking teorya, that must be followed in order to guarantee that if we become autonomous, it should be better than our present situation. Walang dahilan kung bakit ikaw ay magkaklamo ka ng autonomy kung wala palang maliwanag na ibibigay na benepisyo and advantages. So that's the